This week on the show, all the way from Kazakhstan.
Yeah, because I was supposed to be on a set and they were like, we just have to make sure. I was like, I didn't leave the country. And they were like, no, you got stuck in Russia. I was like, that was a year ago, dude.
Alnura Ramaz.
So I had a scandal on the social media again.
Okay.
On my Instagram because of this movie that I did, and I was my character was a drug addicted girl. Scandal was about my weight. So I lost a lot of weight.
Actress.
It's gonna sound very weird, but we actually are casting right now for this new show. It has a potential of becoming super big. I was like, yeah. So he gives me his card. It turns out he actually is a producer of the show. And then it turns out that he was going to cast me for Riverdale.
Let's talk to Alnura Ramaz on the Very Creative Podcast. Alnura Ramaz, how are you?
I'm good, yeah.
I'm good. I'm really good. Where are you right now?
I am in my apartment.
Yeah, but in which country?
Okay. It's Kazakhstan. Almaty.
That's cool. That's really cool. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe. Okay.
Do you like the place? Your country or no?
It's okay. It's fine. I accept it. Let's just say.
You accept it?
Yeah.
Do you miss Canada?
Yeah. I really miss Canada a lot. I mean, as much as I enjoy my stay here, which is an absolute lie. I mean, oh my God.
Yeah, be totally honest.
But yeah, I miss Canada a lot. It's the country that brought me up, and I mean, everything I am right now and today, it's all due to the fact that I grew up in a very safe place with good people like you.
Oh, thank you. So introduce yourself to everyone because people don't know you. Yeah.
Okay. My name is Alnura Ramaz, and I'm an actress. I studied with Gabriel Veiga in U of T. No, sorry, we went to York.
York.
It was York University, yeah.
Good start. Still in Toronto, but good start. Oh.
And then I moved. Then I dropped out, and I went to Toronto Academy of Acting, where I got my degree as an actress, and then I've graduated from there. Went to Connecticut, USA.
Really? Wow.
In Yale, Yale School of Drama.
Oh,
and then
awesome.
I went here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll cover all that, but that's awesome. You have quite a journey, like across countries and stuff. It's fascinating. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was before we start off, how's quarantine life been in Kazakhstan? What's the how is it right now?
Well, we are not in quarantine right now, but we were. I think we got out of quarantine 2 months ago or so. It was really bad. Like, I mean, our government really effed it up, like a lot of people, they suffered. I mean, the numbers that they're presenting to people in social media saying that they are sick with coronavirus, and then it turned out, sometimes you can just call a person and you go, oh, I saw your face in the news. Are you okay? And he was like, yeah, well, I got in a car accident. Okay. So I broke my arm, and they said that it's coronavirus. I was like, oh, okay. And then
Wait, they broke their arms and like coronavirus? What happened? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, he broke his arm. He got in a car accident. He's fine. I mean, he just broke his arm, and then.
Oh, so he went to the hospital and they told him that he had coronavirus.
Yeah, and they were like, he has coronavirus. It's like, no, shit, no, it's not true. It's like, shut up, you have coronavirus. So he was like, but I'm healthy, I'm fine. It's like, no, you're not fine. You're broken arm and you're coronavirus. So shut up and go home. So like.
Oh
and
my
don't
God.
talk to anyone.
I mean, it's sad that he broke his arm, but it's great that he went to the hospital. At least he knew that he had coronavirus.
He is absolutely healthy, and he was ever since the coronavirus started. And a lot of people here, they were just sick with some basic stuff, like just a simple cold. But because our government, like, they're getting extra money to support people, and then they're just putting it, corruption and stuff. So, and on the set, like, as an actress, I think, well, I'm actually super grateful to God and universe and, everyone who is responsible for it. Because I thought that I'm going to just stay home without my job. It all started in March, right?
Yeah.
And this is the time for shooting here in Kazakhstan, because the snow melts and we have all the right conditions for the shoot. And I had 5 projects that I had to finish, and all of them were just stopped. And I was like, okay, I was so depressed. And then on the second wave of quarantine, so like they actually making up rules, like you can walk during, you can't wear mask when you are in a bus, for example. Why? I mean, there are a lot of people there. No, but like if you're walking alone on the street where basically, it's all like air, and you won't, like, if you're walking alone, you're fine. And they're like, you know what? You have to wear a mask and they can find you. And like,
So you're not allowed to wear a mask on a bus.
Yeah.
But you have to wear it everywhere else.
Outside, exactly. How stupid is this?
I don't understand this, but
me too, because and these rules, they're changing every single day. So I think that right now in Kazakhstan, we are not really sick with coronavirus. We're more like sick with our stupid government and the things that they're doing to earn from it. And like on a film set, so yeah, during the second wave, we started all the projects, because all 5 projects that I'm taking part in right now, these are full-on films, and I have 2 series that we're shooting. And so all of them are sponsored by government. So they have, like, they made me a special, like, how to say, document so I can work. But before they did it, they made me go to the hospital where, I don't know, Gabriel, it was so bad. Like, I can feel my lungs and my nose being raped by these people, because it was like, oh man, like, what are you? He was like, okay, test number 1, 2, 3, and 9. I was like, okay, 9 tests, dude, seriously? I'm not sick, but I might be after your test.
Yeah, because they were testing you for corona because you were working, right?
Yeah, because I was supposed to be on a set, and they were like, we just have to make sure. I was like, I didn't leave the country. And they were like, no, you got stuck in Russia. I was like, that was a year ago, dude. Like,
you got stuck in Russia?
A year ago, yes.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I was sick, but it was different. It was pneumonia or something. I got sick on the set. Yeah, and they were like, oh, you have a tendency of getting sick on the set. I was like, oh, no. I have a tendency of getting sick from people, like you, for example. It's like, okay.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
That's, well, I hope it goes better. Like.
Me too. I don't know. I mean, I think by now people in here, they're kind of used to the fact that we can't trust anyone.
Yeah.
What's happening right now in Belarus, Russia, Ukraine, here in Kazakhstan too. Actually, we did have meetings during coronavirus too. We had strikes because people were not getting paid. We had our feminists were doing something on Main Street, but they're getting arrested for it. And actually, we are also a democratic country. We are supposed to be, like, the freedom of speech is supposed to exist in here. But, as I used to work as a journalist before, and I don't know, I think I told you that before, right?
Yeah, but mention it for everyone, yeah.
Yeah, well, I used to work as a journalist back in my student days, when if I will go back to
Kazakhstan, for example, I had a job waiting for me as a journalist, as a field journalist here.
So when you came back, you worked as a journalist, right?
Yeah. Every time we had like vacations, breaks from school, from university, I would just go back and I would work here. And I remember my first day at work when I was so excited because I was like, wow, I mean, this is the first channel, Eurasia, and it's so big here. Like, it's very important. And well, I mean, people are saying so, I'm not sure, whatever. Yeah. So, and they were like, you can't talk about politics. You can't say anything bad about our president, even if he fucks it up. I was like, okay, but the guy did. I know. And he was like, no, you can't say it. You can't. You should be talking about things that are pretty. For example, like our gardens in Kazakhstan. I was like, we don't have gardens. It's winter now. I was like, okay.
Nothing stays buried forever, especially not the past.
Yesterday is Not Yet Gone, a mystery novel by Gabriel Veiga, host of the Very Creative Podcast. Available now, paperback and digital. GabrielVeiga.com. Buy it now.
So tell me about growing up and finding your creative side.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So did you grow up in Kazakhstan?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
I grew up I was born in Italy, and then I went to, my father, he got transferred because of his work and lived in UK, London.
Yeah.
For, I think, 5 years, and then we went here to Almaty. Like, we were transferred with my dad, but I couldn't stay for a long time because I didn't know Russian so well. I couldn't speak it. I was speaking English. And I had this awful British accent, like super bad.
Really?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I got transferred to Canada.
You still have it?
Well, I actually do. Time to time, I'll be like, water. Oh my God. Oh Lord. Oh dear. Cup of tea.
That looks great. That sounds great on you.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Then I went to Kazakhstan, and finally I think Canada was like not just a country that I grew up in, and I actually discovered every single, aspect of who I am.
Right.
But it's a country where I found absolutely non-judgmental society, where I was not judged. I was not viewed as a subject. I was respected. Yeah. And, it's amazing. I mean, it's wonderful.
What age were you? What age were you back then?
I was 15 when I came.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, so you came to Canada, and that was your country.
It's absolutely. I mean, I think so far Canada is the only country that I can call my real home.
Really? Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So how did how did you find your creativity? Did you have it as a kid, or like
creativity? What do you mean?
Did you like always want to be an actress?
No.
No?
I thought no.
So what was that journey like?
I graduated from school in Canada, in Hamilton. Yeah. And we had this like subjects like drama 2D and 3U, drama 2D, drama 3U, and then 4U, and I took them all. It was a lot of fun. I mean, I thought that these are just extra subjects for me to graduate. And I kind of, I was having fun with it. And my teacher, Miss Ward, she told me that I have to, consider it as a future job. I was like, okay, so what do actresses do? Like, I mean, do they perform in theater, or do they have to go to university? I was like, no, you just have to be pretty I was like, is that a joke? Like, yes. I was like, okay. What universities do you recommend? And then they started. I actually had great.
Where was that they told you that though? Where was that?
It was at school back at high school. It wasn't
in London.
No. It wasn't in Canada.
Okay.
When I came to Canada,
because you just did a British accent. I was like, okay.
Yeah, no. I mean, she had a British accent,
right?
And I remember my friends they told me that she was actually a great performer. She did Stratford and big stuff like this. So and my teachers, I'm so grateful to them. I mean, in Canada, in school in Hamilton, Columbia International College. Is the best thing that ever happened to me, I think, because they taught me to be professional. They taught me to be a better person, and they were never, they wouldn't pressure me into anything, but instead they would just let me figure everything out on my own, and then just guide me, being my friends,
Yeah. So did you, like, when you found yourself acting at the beginning, and you were wondering what actors did? So
and she was
did you like it?
Yeah, I mean, she was describing it as a dream job, but then I mean, my teachers, they were super caring, and I had apart from acting, I also did another class. It was called media class with Mr. Sheridan. Yeah. It sounds like a TV show. Media class with Mr. Sheridan. Yeah. But it was basically like a TV show, because we were he was my teacher on directing, so he taught me how to discover my angles, and he taught me how to shoot, and he taught me a lot of things, a lot of interesting things, and he saw potential in me in becoming a good director in the future. And so I had this very busy schedule once, because I was late with my visa. Okay. And so I had to take, instead of 5 subjects, I took 6. And it happened so that drama class and media class, they were like together, almost like they had like very, very little timing for me just to run from one class to another. So I was late to media class all the time. And we had this one big performance that we were preparing for 2 months. And it was for a spring show, I think. We did Great Gatsby. Okay. And I had this Myrtle, this character, and this word. She wanted me to really like show my real potential, to just be there in a character, stay in a character, be the character. And Mr. Sheridan, he just walked in when we were performing on stage. We were like, it was one of this big rehearsals, and we were performing, and I'm in this very tight red dress, and he just saw me. He was like, "Why? My sister looks like a teenage prostitute." I was like, she's performing. What are you doing here? She was so mad. Miss Ward and Mr. Sheridan, they had an actual fight, and he just grabbed my hand. He was like, "Go to class and take all of this off because it looks awful." I was like, okay. And then Miss Ward, she just she ran into him and she was like, we are actually, I believe in her. She's going to be a great actress one day. And he goes, right. Good luck on the Broadway. And he just took me.
Oh my God. Wow.
He just took me to class, and he was like, okay, we have a test today. I hope you're ready. Yeah. So it was great. But yeah, I mean, it's sort of all, I think
in high
acting,
school,
yeah, it wasn't in high school, and I think acting itself it's a profession that chooses you. You can't really choose to be an actress or actor, performer, because it's like this very moment when you think, okay, I'm gonna quit. I'm done. I don't want to deal with it anymore because it's super, super hard, and my head is going wild. And then the next day, they like. Something happens. Let's say you just walk out of your apartment and there is a guy and he goes, oh, we have a casting right there across the street. You want to try? And you go, what? Like you look like an actor.
I wish I had that, but that doesn't happen to me. So where was that? Yeah, no, I'm an actor too, but that hasn't happened to me. So where were you? I'm gonna go to that place.
Okay. I mean, it happened in Canada a lot too.
Yeah.
I remember there was this time I was in university.
Yeah.
I think it was last year for me at Toronto Academy of Acting.
Yeah.
And I did performances, but I was never really in movies because, well, I didn't get a chance to. I didn't have an agent.
Yeah.
And me and my friends, we decided to go to the bar and just drink. It was really, really, I remember it was a bad day or something. I remember I was super sad. And yeah, so we just went to this bar, me and my friends, we were just hanging out, drinking. It was on Liberty Street. And there was this guy, and I'm just standing outside, I'm smoking, I'm super drunk. But I do remember this moment because this is the moment when I just got sober instantly. He just like, oh, hi, what's your name? I was like thinking maybe he's like trying to hit on me or something. I was like, Nina. He's like, yeah, so I lied.
Well, maybe both.
No idea. And he was like, Nina, okay, you know what? It's going to sound very weird, but we actually are casting right now for this new show. I can't like promise you anything, but I think it has a potential of becoming super big. I was like, yeah. So he gives me his card and he's like, if you're going to be interested, you just call me and I'll tell you where to go. And like, it's going to happen in a week.
Yeah.
And then I realized that, well, I found like his name on Google, and it turns out he actually is a producer of the show. And then it turns out that he was going to cast me for Riverdale show.
Really?
Yeah, it was this casting.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
So before you left, that happened. Oh my God. And did you go?
No, I wasn't. I just, because like I freaked out. I didn't know what to do. And he came out of nowhere, poof, like a ghost. It was like, and I just got scared. And the next day I didn't call because we had exams. It's really tough. I mean, acting is different from, other professions, and education basically goes like this. You have theory, then you have a script, and you perform on camera, and then you have to sort of give it to your prof, and this is how he evaluates your progress. So basically we had exams, and I bailed on this idea. Wow. I thought it's whatever. And then it turns out that he made it to USA, and the guys on the show, they are basically same age as I am.
Yeah. And same age as I am too. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. I could have.
Was it Roberto?
Roberto, probably. He looked Mexican, but I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, it is. Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's him.
Hold on, Roberto. I'll show you.
Yeah. He looks, but he was like a little bit darker and with this jacket. Yeah, I remember. Mm-hmm.
So he came to you. Oh my God. It's crazy.
He was there at the bar.
Oh wow.
Liberty Street.
Yeah. That's crazy though. That's really hilarious. Oh boy. So were you mad when you saw on Netflix that it was a pitch show?
Yes. And this is like, I was super mad. And every single time now when I have interviews, here in Kazakhstan, it kind of, everything just. So basically when I came back from Canada, I thought that I'm gonna, stick around, just see how it goes, and then maybe go back to studies. And I landed my first role in less than 2 weeks after I came back. And again, it just happened super, super unexpected.
Out of the blue, yeah.
I mean, I went home. And then my friend called and she goes, oh, you're an actress, right? You graduated from somewhere. I was like, yeah, kind of. Okay, so we have this casting. Yeah. I was like, where? It's like, right across the street, like from your house. I was like, right, all right. I went. And I thought, they definitely are not casting me for leading parts, the leads, the main characters. And in a week, they called me back and they went, you're one of the leads, so be prepared. Here's the script, here's the contract, and I went, wow, okay. And this is how it happens.
It's no, it's crazy because like one day you're in Canada and I see you on Instagram, and then you the other day you're like in movies, project all over, like it seems like you're working all the time. So how did that happen? Like, tell us a little bit.
Good question. I mean, I wish I knew how did it happen. It just happened. I mean, it's insane how sometimes, you know, I remember when I went back here, I was like, I will just work for a couple of years, and then I definitely am going to go back to Canada and you know, figure something out.
Is that still a plan?
I hope so. I'm not sure now because now I'm not just working as an actress, but I'm also a producer.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now I'm a producer. I'm producing.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
what was the journey to getting so many projects and getting so many things
castings.
And working all the time? Yeah.
Castings. Like I was super active. I remember the first year when I started acting, like for a living, basically. I went to lots and lots of castings. I was, you know, posting my resume everywhere. Instagram, we have this chat where you can find castings and just go there, and that's what I did. And this is how I landed all the projects. And now, because you know, when you start to have, basically when you have some kind of reputation and a name for yourself, they just start calling you like straight to your phone instead of asking you to go to casting. They're just calling you, and I had this a year ago. I landed a role in a really, really big production in here with famous director Askar Uzabayev. He's super big in Kazakhstan and Russia too.
Okay.
And the guy, he saw me in a bar. I was with my friends again here.
That is a pattern for you, huh?
I mean, right. Yeah. I was in a bar with my friends, and it was after a super, super bad breakup. My heart was broken, broken to my bones, basically.
Right.
And I was like, you know, I think, and I remember telling this to my friend, I was like, I think it's time for me to go back, because I just feel that I'm alone in here and nobody understands me. And I'm, you know, it's not healthy anymore to just, you know, cope with this on my own. And she went, oh, you know, it's gonna be fine. And then this director, he's in the bar, and he just comes to our table and he's like, can I talk to you? And I was like, yeah, sure. And he was like, okay, so I have this script already written. It's about you. Like, you were my inspiration for this.
So he saw you on TV, and then he wrote something for you.
He wrote the entire script based on my life and on me as a person. And he's like, okay, I'm going to send it to you. You just tell me if you like it. If you do, then you just come to the studio the next day and we'll do a test shooting. And I was like, so I'm already in. I'm in a project. And he was like, yeah, it's about you. You're in a project. I was like, okay. Okay, so it's not even a casting, right? He was like, no, it's a test shoot. We'll just see how camera helps you, you know, and stuff like this. Yeah.
It's crazy. So, are you big in Kazakhstan?
I don't know. I mean,
do people recognize you on the street, or?
Oh yeah, that happens a lot.
Yeah.
This is the reason why I was late today. My car was stopped by a cop. He made me pull over to take a picture, and I.
Oh, that's crazy. It
was
So yeah, I guess you're kind of big. That's great.
I think, you know, it's crazy how people these days are evaluating your success based on your followers on Instagram and social media.
Yeah.
Because, you know, a lot of people, they don't even have social media. And I do have Instagram. And I remember I had 2 accounts. One of them was my professional account and the other one was my personal. And now I just so I basically just cut everyone out, the people I don't know. It was one hell of a work. And I closed my account, and now I feel so much safer because, you know, sometimes things would just go really, really like out of hands. Yeah. Let's say I'll post a coffee and people would just come over to the place where I was getting this coffee to see me, to do something, to record me without my permission.
Wow.
yeah, so it's not good.
Yeah.
So and now I don't think that I cut everyone out, and I get lots of requests, like follow requests on Instagram, and I have to just ignore them because I know that it's not healthy anymore. I actually think that social media is okay, but we don't have a law, here in Kazakhstan that would protect you from people. We don't have restraining orders here.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Wow.
So yeah, I mean,
you don't have restraining orders.
No, we don't.
So if there's a stalker, he can stalk you forever.
He can, yeah, absolutely. I mean, he will get arrested first, and then somebody will bail him out, and this is how he gets you one day and kills you probably.
Please stay safe. Please stay safe. Jesus Christ.
This is the reason why I moved. This is a new apartment. I moved like a month ago. I have to be on the move because otherwise things might get ugly.
So what's your craziest fan experience, if you want to share?
Oh my God. Where do I start? I remember we had this big festival, Almaty Film Festival. It's international, and back then it was brand new because it was the first year we actually got our own festival of independent movies. And I was nominated as a Best Actress for a leading role in a film. And I decided to invite my grandma and my sister to walk with me on a red carpet.
Yeah.
And so they arrived here. It was all good. But then, when we were trying to find the car, we had this whole, we had cars that deliver us to this red carpet, right?
Yeah.
So we're standing there in a line with our tickets, and the administrator, he saw the tickets, and he was like, okay, you have to go there. And, it's kind of, you have to walk basically to your car, and, there's some distance.
Right.
And so there's this girl, and she recognizes me, and she starts shouting, "Oh, this is Alnura! This is Alnura!" I was like, "Okay, yeah." And my mom, my grandma, I call her mom. Yeah, so she can't really run. She can't be super fast, and she was wearing this high heels. And my sister, she was super freaked out because it was her first time on the red carpet.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, fine. And we just, we were running to the car because we had these people who were trying to take pictures of me and my mom. We were still not on the red carpet yet. And, and then I remember when we went out and we are already standing on this carpet, pictures are being taken and stuff. So I had previously I had a pre-story. Okay, so I had a scandal on the social media again on my Instagram because of this movie that I did, and I was my character was a drug addicted girl.
Yeah.
So she was doing cocaine entire film. Basically, I don't know. Now when I rewatch this movie, I'm thinking all I did was having sex and doing blow. Okay, I mean, what's the point of this movie? All right, whatever. But
what do you mean by doing blow? Just sniffing?
I was sniffing cocaine the entire movie.
Wow. Yeah.
And now I'm like, okay, and people call it a very, very deep, very, Requiem for a Dream kind of level movie. And I was like, I don't know, man. I'm not sure. I was like,
so what was the scandal about?
Scandal was about my weight. So I lost a lot of weight, and people were. I got charged with the promotion of anorexia and drug addiction.
Wow.
So like as if I was trying to how do you say this when you're very, very pro this idea? As if I was trying to advertise it everywhere that it's
anorexia,
cool
right?
To be anorexic, which was not a goal at all. I mean, I never was big.
It was for the role.
Yeah, and then I had to lose more weight because I had to fit in this character and feel and feel the same, feel really unhealthy and sick. And it's method. This is how it's called. I mean, a lot of actors do it. And
what were people saying?
They were saying that I am not well. First, we had this big scandal on one of the local magazines, fashion magazines, where they had my picture taken on the parking lot, and the other picture was from before when I just came, 2017. And back in 2017, I was a little bit bigger, even bigger than now, I think. And the whole Selena Gomez style thing, long hair, very, this curves and stuff. And then they had this very, very offensive headline, like from a beauty to a monster. And
they called you a monster.
They called me a monster. They were like, oh my god, like she looks disgusting. Like she's basically disgusting.
So it was really sexist, I think, right?
Yeah, it was super sexist, and it was sexist. It was very. It hurts. It hurts to hear this things about yourself, especially if you know that you're doing it for a role. And people, I think they understand it too. I mean, they saw a movie for sure.
But they watched Kristen Bell in The Machinist, or like?
Jared Leto in Dallas Buyers.
Yeah, I think it might be a double standard if women do it.
In Kazakhstan, we don't really have a lot of actresses who are into their job. We have men, who are committed to art. And in Kazakhstan, I think there are, it's a very small community in general of artists who are committed to their job, who are ready to risk it all. I mean, I'm doing my stunts myself all the time. I'm jumping out of the cars myself. I'm riding a horse, shooting and being burned in the car. Really? Yeah. Yeah. I learned time. What?
They let you do all that? That's great.
Yeah, well, I'm learning it first, and then with nomad stunts.
Yeah,
these are the guys. They did a lot of big gigs in Hollywood too. Mulan, for example. And these are the teachers for us. They teach me do my stunts myself.
How is that? Do you like it?
It's at first it was super uncomfortable because it's like a women's army actually. Because I mean it's super tough. Guys are you're living up in the mountains. So because the entire stunt camp is up in the mountains, and you have to stay there. And like you're waking up at 9 o'clock sharp, and then you just have to run. And if you complain, you do push-ups and stuff.
Jesus Christ. So you're in shape now, I guess.
Kinda. Just did my gig, and I was for one of the projects I did. I was a stripper who is also a ballerina. Remember that? Yeah.
I remember seeing that. Yeah.
I think we can put it somewhere inside here.
Yeah, I'll show it. Yeah.
All fancy, dressed up, and like dancing on a pole. I learned it in 4 days. This moves. Because I never did pole dancing before. I mean, I'm a ballerina, but I was never a stripper. But now I can be a stripper. So.
You want to be a stripper?
It was an interesting experience.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Would you do it again?
Why not? Not? Why not?
Why not?
I don't mind. I mean, it's okay. If I get to select my costume myself, it's okay.
Yeah. So, what was your the project that put you on the map in Kazakhstan? I guess. Like, what are people recognizing you for? Like, or at first, like, what was the first thing that made you famous?
I think it was a Map of the Dream movie.
Or what?
The Map of the Dream.
Okay.
So in Russian, it's called Karta Mechty.
Okay.
It's a movie about teenagers and who are basically it's a movie about growing up and finding your way in life. And I had this character Camilla, who she's pretty and she believes in money, basically, not love, and she pursues money, and she has to sort of learn how to appreciate people and find another way of being successful. But she's very. It was interesting because she's my absolute opposite. She's cold and very tough with people, and she is a major liar too, a little bit of psychopath even. I mean, she burns Guy's car because he doesn't want to be with her.
Okay.
Yeah, and this is the gig that got me where I am today, I think. And also there's another movie, it's a comedy where I was speaking French. I learned a role of a French model who appears in one of the characters' life after he wishes for a beautiful girlfriend and cool life with money, beautiful women and stuff, and then he sort of meets me in a club in Monaco.
Repeat that for a second.
We had this movie where I was performing as a model.
Yeah.
And my character, she was a model, and her and one of the leads, they met in Monaco. And, and he made it. So it's a comedy movie. It's about a guy who makes a wish to to become rich and famous from being just an ordinary person with tuition to pay.
Right. So when you made those movies, was there a buzz to them when you made them, or did it happen? Like, what happened? Like to create this liking for those movies?
Good promotion, I think. I mean, I remember when the Family Guy, this movie about the one that I told you about, where I was a French girl, Catherine.
Yeah.
Catherine.
Yeah.
They had they have lots and lots of advertisement for this one. So they
promoted it, but it was a great movie, right? So
it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
Okay. It wasn't bad. Yeah.
It wasn't bad.
but what made people react to it and to you?
I think the fact that they can relate to it. I mean, we still, it's a human factor, basically. We all wish for something. We wish to be sometimes, you go to sleep and you think, wouldn't it be great to wake up a completely different person, with power and whatever. Superpowers, maybe, I don't know.
Relatable. Yeah. Okay, cool.
So because, and my character also spoke to them, even though she was French, but Kazakh people and people in post-USSR countries, they like difference. They like to see this perfect picture of of a girl with this sexy dresses and stuff. We're very sexist. So and very very stereotypical.
Yeah. So are those the type of roles that you like? What type of roles do you see in Kazakhstan? You said are they very romantic interest for the woman and that's it? It's very sexist, or
in the very beginning of my career, I remember I was landing roles of girlfriends, of it was either a drug addicted babe or a dream girl, high school type. This. Who is in Hollywood picking high school type girlfriends. I think Jennifer Aniston kind of characters, and then after a while, I started learning roles that are very dramatic and deep.
That were better written and
it's more interesting and more interesting. As an artist, I can say that I had a lot of fun. For example, now I'm in a project where I speak sign language because my character is deaf. And
she just did it. That's awesome.
Yeah,
she just did a sign language. She wasn't funny.
Yeah. So and she has to deliver news to her nephew that his mother is dying. and they're being left alone. And it's post-war. The timing is like post-war.
Right.
So it's very interesting. It's very deep. It's tragic.
It's more fulfilling than before.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And then I have another project where I am a state attorney.
Yeah.
So I'm a young lawyer, and I have to defend someone who actually committed a crime, and I know it. I know he's guilty, but I have to act like he's not.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's a choice. It's very tough. This movie is basically about choices. You rather choose to be a good person and to deliver truth, or you choose money and success, and you choose to defend someone who is potentially dangerous for society.
Right. That's cool. There's a lot of diversity in your roles now.
It's interesting, yeah.
Nothing stays buried forever, especially not the past.
Yesterday is Not Yet Gone, a mystery novel by Gabriel Veiga, host of the Very Creative Podcast. Available now, paperback and digital. GabrielVeiga.com. Buy it now.
Okay, so I guess my next question is, so do you want to go back to, like, when you come back to, because your plan is to come back to Canada, or like someday, or like, do you see, or my question, I guess, was, do you want to make it to Hollywood, or what's your plan?
I think people who dream of becoming big in Hollywood, they don't know about acting first thing, because, you know, Hollywood is not as prestigious as it was before.
Yeah. But you're on a global scale. You're like, everybody sees you. Yeah.
Yeah. That's absolutely. I mean, they do have their benefits, you know. Yeah. Hollywood is good for recognition, I think.
Yeah.
And vanity too.
Right.
Yeah, vanity first.
Is that in the plans, or?
I mean, if I do get a big gig somewhere in LA, I would go. Absolutely. I would do it, because why not? I mean, it's okay. But if I don't, I think I wouldn't kill myself because of it, because you know, it's not the goal. Honestly, Gabe, I think by now what I've realized about myself is that I hide behind my characters a lot. I can't say that, I feel comfortable.
We all do that.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really say that I'm comfortable with people being present in my life all the time, and, you know, figuring stuff out about me. I don't think that I like being recognized.
Okay.
I don't think that I like being recognized. I don't think that, you know, obviously you're shooting movies not to be incognito.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, but to me, it's more of a side bonus rather than a goal.
Right.
I don't think that I'm doing it for fame. I'm doing it because I.
Do you love it?
Being an actress?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes, this is my way of expressing love to people. Of you know, it's my commitment to society, I think, and I know that by choosing my projects, by choosing the characters that I'm reliving on camera, I sort of, you know, it's something I will leave behind when I'm gonna die.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a legacy.
Do you want to audition for Riverdale again?
No, no. I think I kind of I think it's not as interesting to me. As an artist, I don't think that I would grow on the set. I mean, they're great. I love the show, and I think it's awesome. You know, a lot of Canadian actors are there, you know, and they're being recognized by Hollywood now because of the show. Yeah. So I think they did a great job.
Vanessa Morgan and a lot of them. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean,
because it's shot in Vancouver, so yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm very proud of them. I'm very proud of them. It makes me I'm really happy that Canadian actors right now, they're getting a lot of job.
So has Roberto reached out to you since the show started, or no?
No, I never made it to casting. I think he doesn't.
Oh yeah, so he doesn't have your contacts.
No, he doesn't have my
Have
contacts.
you thought of reaching out to him?
I did have this idea before, but now not as much.
You should.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. First, I have to make it back to Canada, and then from there, we'll just move somewhere. I'm not sure yet.
It's so funny. It's so funny.
I mean, see, you're talking to an artist who does not pursue fame, and.
But it's great opportunity. It's not like just fame. It's great opportunity. I think it's all about how you look at it.
Yeah. It's a matter of perception.
Yeah. You don't think you would be fulfilled by that show or by any of the show that he does?
I think not Riverdale for sure, because I don't think that I would be interested in the role of a teenager again.
Yeah.
High school. We're way past.
I mean, he has a lot of shows. You have a lot of choices.
I know. Well, we'll just see. I don't know.
Sabrina has an interesting one.
Oh, Sabrina! Oh my God!
There you go.
Yeah, Sabrina was a lot of fun. I watched the show. I did from the beginning to the end. Oh my God!
All right. So before I let you go, I have. It's a fun game that we play on this podcast. So, what's your feel-good movie?
Feel-good movie?
Like if you're tired and you want just to feel good, or just what do you watch as a movie? Like, what's your pick? If you don't want to think,
just first thing that pops in my mind.
Sure, yeah.
Okay. Okay. So my feel-good movie. Oh, it's a very depressing one, but I love it. Girl Interrupted.
Okay. Never seen that. I have to watch it. It's on my list. Yeah. Okay. Feel-good TV show.
TV show. Oh, In Between the Two Ferns. Between the Two Ferns. Yeah. I love Zach Galifianakis. It was just.
That's hilarious. Yeah. Feel-good song.
Feel-good song. Imagine Dragons. The song. Demons.
Sing it. Yeah. No.
For my demons high.
Oh, okay. That song, yeah. Okay, cool. Well, do you want to plug your projects? Where can people find you? Like, can we find you in Canada or US? Can we watch your films?
Oh yeah, YouTube, sure.
Yeah.
You can find it on YouTube, but I think it's gonna be in Russian though. Seminin is the family guy. The family man, Seminin.
Okay.
You can also find The Map of the Dream, Карта мечты.
Okay.
You can find, I actually took part in one of the Canadian movies too. It was an Indian movie. It's called Teen 101.
What is it? Repeat it.
Teen 101. But I'm not sure if you can find it online, because it's an Indian movie that we did especially for the festival. Right. Yeah, one of the leads there too. And you can find, what else can you find? Закон каменных джунглей. It's a TV show, very popular in Russia.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think there what's the translated name? Do you know?
Закон каменных джунглей. Oh, the law of the stone jungles. It sounds better. It makes sense in Russian.
Yeah. Hopefully, Russian listeners can understand it. Yeah.
Probably, I'm not sure. I don't know.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah. Thank you for coming on my podcast, and I hope I hope I want to see you in Hollywood. Honestly, like I want you on a big stage, and I want you to see your face, because I don't get to see your movies. Like I'm gonna go on YouTube now, but clearly, like I need to see you on my screen. Yeah.
I can send you links.
Yeah. Well, you told people where to find it too, so it's gonna be fun. Cool. Thank you for coming on my podcast, and
We'll see each other maybe one day.
You've been listening to The Very Creative Podcast with Gabriel Veiga. Catch us next week for an all-new episode. To find out more, go to gabrielveiga.com/podcast and follow us on social media at The Very Creative Podcast. To watch on video, go to YouTube and search for The Very Creative Podcast and subscribe. See you next week.